Bosco's again? How'd we end up back here?
Judging from the lack of safety railings and ready availability of guns and ammo, I'd say we've gone back in time. Seems to be sometime in the early sweet mother of mole sauce.
You fools gonna buy something, or do you want to make a baby?
Well now. 9mm hollow points are always special. You must be Mrs. Bosco.
That's Ms. Bosco. I don't want any part of your oppressive patriarchy.
Fair enough, ma'am. Miss, you.
Who are you?
Sam and Max, freelance police.
Finally, the police. Maybe you can help me catch that fool.
Which fool did you want us to catch exactly?
That man who just came in here yelling about conspiracies and busting up the place.
Bosco always did know how to make a memorable first impression.
Can you tell us more about the man who trashed your shop?
He took one look at me and screamed.
That should narrow the list of suspects down to any man with eyes.
Then he stumbled back and ran right into my baby maker.
Ouch!
We can't take the case, but we'll keep an eye out for your vandal, Miss Bosco.
I swear if I ever find him, I'm gonna make sure he gets no pleasure in this life.
Ah, I haven't heard a tale of motherly love like that since the Manchurian Candidate.
We're here to help your son.
I don't have a son. You think it's not enough I'm a businesswoman and inventor? A woman's only useful if she's got a son.
It's not that. We're friends with him.
Well, acquaintances.
We know him.
We've spoken to him more than once.
Doesn't matter. I'm not defined by my children. But when I do have one, she's gonna be the most perfect little angel.
What was that you said about making a baby?
I'm made uncomfortable by this line of questioning, Sam.
That's just because you're scared of a world where career-minded women don't need to be tied to a man to have a family. This ain't the past anymore. It's the 1960s. They can talk about putting a person on the moon, and I can invent a baby-making machine.
Well, how does this baby-making machine work?
You just take a DNA sample from the mother and the other person and combine them in that machine. Let it bake a couple hours, and you've got a beautiful baby girl. Or boy, I guess. I've already got my own samples in there. I'm gonna test it out tonight after closing.
How do you get the DNA samples?
Isn't that obvious? Saliva, fools!
Well, naturally.
Oh, of course.
Where'd you get the father's sample?
Oh, him. Well, I was just in Washington, D.C. for a special occasion, and when I was touring the White House, I met a nice man in a dark suit. He was polite and didn't say much. Seemed like his spit was as good as anybody else's, so I picked him.
See you later, Miss Bosco.
We're gonna pick up some swingin' 60s chicks and start a groovy hullabaloo.
Men.
Cut it out, Max. You don't even like girls.
Oh, right.
You got a problem with women?
Nah, just never interested. With all the general malice I have to get done in a day, girls are just a huge waste of time.
I have never been as turned on as I am right now.
What?
You just never found the right woman, and I never found the right man. Forget the baby maker.
Catastrophic temporal anomaly detected.
Run away with me, Max, my white stallion.
Curse my irresistible animal magnetism.
Miss Bosco, I really think you should reconsider.
I can already see us, living next door to that nice detective.
Well, it would be nice having someone to do my laundry.
You don't even wear clothes.
And yet, I always end up with so many blood-stained shirts. 'Tis a mystery. I'm a bad seed! I can't be faithful to just one woman!
Oh, I'm enough for at least a dozen women. You dog, you.
Max just isn't that into you.
Oh, geez, Sam, show a little tact. What he means to say is, there is absolutely no way, no how I would ever be interested in you until the day the Earth is consumed by the flames of our exploding sun.
You say that now.
Max is belligerent, recalcitrant, and quite possibly psychotic.
So you're jealous, is that it? Want to keep him all to yourself?
I never knew you felt this way, Sam.
Temporal anomaly detected.
Shut up. It's not like that.
I'm president of the U.S., and you'd make a lousy first lady.
You just don't know what you want. I may not be the first, but I'm the last lady you'll ever need.
We're from different worlds. I'm from Earth, and you're from the freakiest planet of the freak system.
Opposites attract, baby. You're the only man not falling over himself to get me.
We're from different worlds. I'm from Earth, and
Opposites attract. You're the only man.
just looking at you repulses me.
And that's from a guy who has a 12-volume scrapbook labeled Things I Have Shed.
You can try to push me away, but I know how you really feel.
I think I'd rather take napalm and an IV drip while being pulled through a wheat thresher than spend another second with you.
You can't get rid of me that easy.
I'm married to my career.
They had the ceremony in Canada because it's legal there.
All those excuses you keep making just prove you need me.
Think of your children. What about that?
I won't need kids once I have the love of my Max. He'll be my new little pet project.
Max doesn't even like girls.
They're a nuisance at best.
Hasn't been interested since... When did that start exactly?
I think it all goes back to that time we were... No flashback? Okay. Well, it's been ever since junior high. Look, lady, you just don't get it. I'm just not into you.
Keep on protesting. It just makes me know you're the one.
Nations rise and nations fall, but those hot weenies will outlast us all. The one constant across all human cultures of all times is a massive amount of waste. They're
beautiful.
Hey Max, remember that old carbon dater we got from Sybil last year?
Yeah, we gave it to Bosco so he could keep scanning his weenies.
Looks like he's made some modifications to it. It's our old carbon dater with Bosco's printer attachment. Baby food and bum wipes. If you use less of one, you wouldn't need as many of the other. This sample says Mama Bosco.
Don't touch that! I made that sample when my spit was most fertile.
Looks like a weird bread-making machine.
Don't be silly. That's my baby maker. You take a spit sample from the mother and one from the father, mix them together in that machine, and then out comes a happy little bundle of perfection.
Finally, somebody explains how that works.
That's not the generally agreed upon method, Max. What's this?
It's my chemical sampler. Get somebody to spit on it, and it gives you a sample test tube for the baby maker.
Mind if we borrow it?
Go ahead. I already got all I need.
What a waste. What a senseless waste. Cold orange things you suck never go out of style. Milk and hooch. Something for the kiddies and something for your cereal. Gives time out for number one a whole new meaning. Russians send first woman into space.
Soon they'll send all their women into space.
A nice aged bottle of Nippy Valley brand vinegar.
Ah, some idiot left the cork in, Sam. It's still wine.
Let's just let that breathe for a few decades, Max. We're better to crunch numbers than in the John. Why'd we come in here again?
I just assumed you had to go number 1.
Nah, I save it all up for between cases. I guess we might as well look around while we're here. Mama Bosco keeps this place a lot more sanitary than her son ever did.
Well, she's got one big advantage. We haven't been born yet.
We've got to stop meeting like this, Max.
A little privacy, please. I can't make wisecracks with anybody looking at me.
Stay close, Max.
Not too close.
What are we doing here in the past again?
Aren't we trying to get Bosco back to the way we've always known him?
Oh, that's right. And why are we doing that again?
Well, it beats having to think up new insults.
How are you enjoying the 60s, Max?
I want to get out of here before they start swinging, Sam.
Remember, Max, if we see a hippie, just shoot to wound. We don't want to kill the parents of any important scientists or something.
Right, because all the best scientists have names like Tree and Sunshine.
Wow, Mama Bosco really fell for you hard.
She's only human.
And it's human nature to want most the thing you can never have?
I guess, Confucius. I just mean I'd be more into her if she were a cyborg or moth creature or something. Just plain girls are dumb.
Are you going to leave a broken heart in every time period we visit, Max?
I hope so. A broken kneecap, at least.
I can see why Mama Bosco's so in love with you. Hang loose, Max.
That's the only way I know how to hang. Whee!
What do you think you're doing?
You know, the usual. Traveling through time and stuff.
Override. You've caused a catastrophic temporal anomaly. You're going back to the ship so you can think about what you've done. Just look at what you did.
Sam, what's a catastrophic temporal paradox?
That!
What the hell did you guys do?
Max, when you made Mama Bosco decide not to have a baby, that meant Bosco was never born.
But if Bosco was never born, then we never would have gone back to meet Mama Bosco in the first place. Neat!
Are you fools just gonna stand there explaining everything? Or are you gonna fix me?
Sheesh! Give a guy a cool cow body, and all of a sudden he's the owner of the time stream.
Did you miss us?
What have you two been doing all this time?
Hanging out with your mom.
Real classy, guys. Fine, don't help me.
Feeling better, Bosco?
I don't know, you guys. I still feel kinda distant. What did you guys do?
We kinda made it so that you've never been born. Whoops.
But being born is one of the greatest things I ever did. Fix it, you fools!
Existence isn't something you can just ask for, Bosco. You've got to earn it.
We're on the case, Bosco.
We've got to go break up with your mother.
I told you guys, cut it out.